All right, so we've got Mischief Maker all prepped out. Cody got it all 600'd. We got seam sealer, it's all looking good. Next step is we're gonna get bumpers ready, get the rock sliders, get all our parts ready, and get it in the booth and get it sprayed. We've got the side armor that goes on the quarter panels, getting those all prepped out. They've gotta be sanded nice. We're just gonna seal them. Not gonna do much body work on them, just get them ready to paint. Also, I made an executive decision. We're putting new fenders on Mischief Maker. We've got 2 front doors hung on this stand. We've got 2 brand new fenders. Holly doesn't know it yet. I just wanted to buy new fenders, make sure that this thing is pristine when she gets Mischief Maker back. Those other front fenders, they just had so much Bondo on the bottom that I just didn't feel comfortable painting over it without digging it out and trying to fix it. And with our time crunch, this is the way we're going. So got those brand new ones. My buddy Ian from Ken Garf West Valley Chrysler Jeep Dodge hooked us up. So thanks, Ian. Got the 2 side quarter panel protectors, and we got 2 rear doors over in the front. So we're gonna be putting everything in the booth. We're gonna be bringing the body in, painting the sides. We got a ton of stuff we're getting painted today. We're gonna have to do 2 sessions though. Tomorrow, we're gonna be doing the rock sliders, the front and rear bumper, and all 4 fender flares. Okay, so everything that you see that's blue is just gonna get base coated over and blended. Everything that's black is getting sealer put on it and then base coat. So what we're gonna do is our first batch in the booth is gonna be all our sealer parts. Everything that requires sealer, we're just gonna put in there, get it sealed out, let it sit for 20 minutes, put a coat of base coat on it, and then we're bringing all the other parts in. We've got a lot to do, but we're gonna get it done.
Let's get after it.
We ran into an issue, but luckily we caught it before we painted. So these brand new fenders, they need to be clearanced. So as I was waxing greasing this fender, I remembered we gotta cut the bottom. So we're gonna pull both fenders back out, measure them out, and just hurry and cut them. This edge needs to be cut off. So if you look right here, you can see where it's been trimmed. So we're just gonna basically copy it from the edge of that all the way up. We've got everything waxed and greased, blow, tacked, and static. We've got our edge primer down. It's sat for 5 minutes. We're gonna seal all the parts, let this sit 20 minutes, get a round of base coat on everything. Then we're bringing Mischief Maker in, masking it up, and then we're gonna base it out and get all this stuff done. All right, we're all sealed. We're gonna let this sit for 20 minutes and then we're putting some base on and getting Mischief Maker in. All right, so the main ingredients in this Chief Blue is blue, white, green, and black. So we got all those mixed in. Now we're just gonna add our reducer and get it all ready to shake it up. Look at that turquoise. It'll be a different color than that. That's an awesome looking color so far. Camera, it doesn't look turquoise, but in real life, it looks turquoise. All right, we got it all blown, tacked, static, ready for base coat. All right, so everything's based out. We're gonna go out, let this sit for 8 minutes, come back in, put a second coat. We'll be back when Mischief Maker rolls into the booth. Stay tuned. Whoop. All right, finally, I've got everything masked up, I got it cleaned, I got it edged, and it is time to put down some blue. All right, we got it all based out. It's time for clear. I've got it all tacked and static. I'm gonna get this clear laid down. After 1 coat, I'm gonna let it sit for 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna do a second coat, and I'll show you guys what it looks like after we're done. Can't wait for you guys to see it at Easter Jeep Safari. All right, that first coat of clear is down. It is looking super glossy, laid out perfect. It just looks great. I got 2 coats of clear on it. It's holding tight. I think Holly and Walter are gonna be super excited about it. We're gonna get Mischief Maker pulled out and we're gonna start assembling this thing. Oh, guess what? No more Apache beard. We're gonna get this all unmasked and we're gonna get it pulled out. We got it all out of the booth. Now it's time to start putting this thing together. We're gonna lay everything out and get a game plan on what we're gonna do to reassemble this thing.
First things first, we need to clean the garbage out and vacuum all the dirt out of inside of it.
All right, so we've set up all of our parts kind of like a train. We're gonna start at the rear and we're just gonna start bolting everything on all the way to the front. When you're adjusting stuff, you start from your weld-on panels and you move forward. All right, so we're just starting to get these panels put on. We got our first, the driver's rear quarter panel protector piece is on. Just getting these last bolts tightened up. Then we're gonna move on to the passenger side. Got a lot of stuff to bolt back on this thing. All right, that one's done.
And for those of you that have seen the banana in person since we've painted it, the camera doesn't do the color justice.
Hillbilly's got the side of the center console from Illicit Customs off. We're gonna have to drill a hole because this Atlas shifter protrudes out. We're trying to make it fit. He's drilling a hole so that the bolt that holds the twin stick can come through it. I will fit it up and see if it's gonna work.
Step a bit.
Okay, so you can see the hole's not big enough. It's gonna have to go quite a bit more. All right, so we used a stepper bit. We got this hole bigger. Now we're gonna check it again. Oh, look at that. Goes right through. We're gonna get this all bolted back up and then we're gonna put the side cover on it and make sure that fits. And this will be ready to take out, disassemble for paint, because we're waiting for Pablo to get everything painted in the booth so we can get that booth emptied, get the rest of our parts in that booth, get them all painted. We got a lot to do and not enough hours in the day to get it done. So wish us luck. So we are getting all the latch assemblies ready to put these two doors on. We've got all brand new ones, but all the rods are wrong. I don't know what Mopar was thinking, but they are definitely not right. We're gonna start with the back door, get it off our stand. So now the fun begins. I'm gonna put the handle and the latch assembly all bolted in, and then we're gonna start adjusting it. So we're just gonna get this handle all bolted up. I got the latch in, got the bolts in that. Hopefully Pablo is getting close on that stuff in the booth so we can go and get all this in and get the rest of it painted.
Wow, this is a pretty color.
Yes, it is. I think I got it. This one didn't take me 500 tries like it usually does. So I'm gonna tighten it all up, double check it, and move on to the front. Look at that, it's got a good gap all the way around. Looking fancy schmancy. I'm gonna tighten up this hinge, very careful like. Try it. Wow.
Wow.
All right, so I'm having a hard time with this front door. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the door handle in and the latch so that I can latch the back and adjust this where I need it to go, because I'm just fighting it. I'm just moving things around and I'm not getting it adjusted right. So I'm gonna throw that in and then hopefully get this thing lined up. We're on like the 25th time adjusting it. I think it's gonna work. We're gonna be moving on to the fender, getting that all fit up, and then dinner is gonna be changing the windshield frame. We're getting there, very slowly but surely. All right, this is the wrong fender. It's the right fender, but it's the wrong fender. I need the left fender.
The right one, not for the left side.
Got it.
Got your finger too.
Yeah. Now we're missing a clip that goes in this A-pillar, so let's go find the old A-pillar and get that clip out. So I got this clip, just need to get it installed and we'll be able to bolt this fender in. Getting this fender adjusted, I've got it tightened at the door, got a gap. Now I'm gonna get these all tightened up. So after getting this fender hung, we got it right where we need it. We got it all bolted down tight. I put this windshield piece on right here. It's gotta come back off because we're gonna change the windshield frame, but for now, I wanted to fit the front of this door. So right here, our door's a little in. So we're gonna adjust the front edge of this door out to match this fender a little bit better.
2 hours later.
All right, we got that fitting way, way better. So I'm gonna call that adjusted. I think we're good right there. Only took, well, what? It was 25 before, so now we're like 30 tries. Perfect, okay. It's done. So we got the two rock sliders, the front and rear bumpers, all prepped out, ready to go in the booth. We've also got the 4 fender flares. They're all sanded down and ready. We just need to get these in the booth, get them all clean, get them sealed, based, and cleared. Everything's gonna look awesome. This Jeep is really coming along. So let's get over, let's go see if Pablo's all finished so we can use that booth. We got a problem. Pablo just barely got done spraying this, so it's gonna have to wait a while. It's already like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, 8:32 p.m. It's too fresh to pull any of this out, so that kind of kills our plans for this evening. We're gonna have to try to hit it again tomorrow. So let's get back over there, see what we can get finished up for tonight, and then we're just gonna have to get everything in the booth as soon as we can. We've got a lot to get done by this weekend. I will get it. Okay, let's get back to work.
Back to work we go. We got a lot to do, but I can put the window frame on. We can do the cowl piece. Except those parts that need painted, we're good. We'll get it.
All right, some of you may wonder why we went to the extra expense of changing these fenders. Some of you would have put these fenders back on, which is great, but I didn't want to paint over them because if you look right here, you can see has all these holes. Half of them have Bondo put in them. So they bonded over the nut zerts, filled them with Bondo. This one has so many nut zerts. It's way better to change them, and then when she gets her new rocker protection, we can just put those right on with new nut zerts. We're just getting this passenger side all adjusted up. Hillbilly's back there getting the air tanks put in. We're gonna get the spare tire put in, and then we're getting this windshield frame changed. We got our little cameraman again tonight.
Hey guys.
We got the 10-year-old version of Riker helping us out. Last time he was 9. Just about got this all taken care of, and we'll be moving on.
Putting the tire, monster truck tire, back in the back of this Jeep. It almost feels like lifting a semi-tire.
I'd hate to change that out on the trail. You'd have to call Rory and have him come pick it up for you. Got this all unbolted. We're gonna pull it out and swap it out with the other one. This is how we change windshields in Mischief Maker.
Pulling the mirror off because Holly's has hers on the cage. And then we gotta change the bracket.
Seems simple enough.
Yeah. It's a pretty easy job. We're ready to put the new window frame in. New window in Mischief Maker. Here we go.
Just like that. Okay, we'll get it all tightened up now. I almost forgot, we gotta put these KC lights back on. Luckily, Dinner reminded me. Get our wire plugged in, just like that. The wire just tucks in.
Yeah, it just tucks in.
We won't tighten this until every single bolt is in it. Always put all your bolts in before you tighten them. So we've got everything all done. Windshield frame's done. Side brackets are done, lights are done. We need to put the cowl on, then we're putting the grill on, and that's as far as we're gonna be able to get. This just kind of chilled back there. Did it have windshield wipers?
Nope.
Holly didn't have windshield wipers. We're gonna get the grill put in. So we'll hook the LED strip light up. I think that's how it goes. And I believe that's it. That color actually matches pretty good without the dust on it. I think we need to build us a Jeep. It's not fair working on everybody else's Jeeps. I might be coming home with a Jeep after Moab.
You think so?
Well, you'll have to wait and see. All right, so we've just about got Mischief Maker put together. He's gonna be on the road to EJS next week. Still got a few things to do. If you guys enjoyed this episode, go check out this one.